Okay, ladies and gentlemen, check engine lights on. I wasn't going to do a video this week because we ended up having a fundraiser that we attended, but we had to make something for it. Which for everybody that came to that fundraiser, thank you so much. We raised over $8,500, I believe, is what we raised, and it went to a good cause. And shout out to Heath and his old lady. Thank you for inviting us along to help out as much as we could. And to the family, send out our condolences. And at the same time, thank you for letting us participate and give us an opportunity to try to help raise some money. So that being said, my beer's already cracked because it's after 5:30 and we weren't going to do one of these. So we decided to, and the beer's already half open. So we're going to say cheers now. Here's to you guys and everybody that went to the fundraiser and all that good shit. Now, the reason we decided to go and do a video today, we were working on the C10 last week and we were working on it today. As you can see on this side, we actually finished up this whole section here. I believe we had that all squared away last week. Did we have this squared away last week? It was close. You can see here, everything is remotely smoothed out and things of that nature. Still got to finish up in here. I want to get the other side done before I dive into these corners. But as you can see, we smoothed off this back piece. We have that all welded completely together and everything's smoothed off. So that's coming in real nice. You can see from the back looking forward how nice and clean this is going to look. So this is going to be, I mean, it's going to look fucking sweet. It's going to look modern. Obviously, it's going to have the classic feel because it is a 67 C10. But the reason we wanted to do this video was right here. We figured we'd show a little bit of the in-between stuff we don't always get a chance to shoot and show you guys. You can see, basically, I broke this into 3 sections. And I'm going to be, obviously, I tacked all this shit in. Well, I start with one flat piece and I put a slight bend in it and then obviously start welding on the way down through and then a bunch of grinding and shit like that. But I wanted to show you this just to show you how much work and perfecting it is. You know, I have to cut this stuff out and then I start welding in, but I can't just start welding in because I need to make sure this gap here is going to be perfect. And in order to do that, I got to make sure my home for the door is where I want it to be at. So, you know, this gap is one of the most important pieces. Obviously, the gaps on all of this is extremely important. You know, the client wants that. The client wants that gap, and not only does the client want it, but we don't know of any way else of doing it because I'm not going to half-ass shit when we're in here like this. So we end up cutting this off, and you can see the existing bullshit. You can see what we're getting rid of here is this main body line right here. You can see how much we're actually cutting into here. You can see we're taking probably 1/4 of an inch. If you're looking straight down here, you know, we're taking about 1/4 inch from here out off of here so that we can fill in and flatten it out, but keeping a nice roll to it and everything. So once we cut that, I come back in and I actually hammer this out and straighten this whole line up, and then I tack everything in. And if shit starts moving a little bit from the heat of the tacks, I got to cut it the fuck back off and start hitting it again. Like right here, you can see a little bit. I had to cut into here. You can see the gap here is nice, but then this gap here widens. It's because I had to come in and cut this because I didn't like the way that it was sitting in there. You know, so I mean, it's tedious, but it's extremely necessary for what we're trying to do here. And, you know, if you guys follow us on Facebook and all that stuff, I'll show you now on here what we ended up making to go to auction for the fundraiser. I always wanted to do like a hot rod out of scrap metal and stuff like that. So that's what we ended up doing. And I was happy with the way it came out. And congratulations to the dude who ended up winning it at auction. Thank you so much. Again, thank you for helping raise some money and go to a good cause. And, you know, this one's going to be short and sweet this week because, like I said, that's the way it's going to be this week. But we're diving into this. All this shit's going to be cleaned up and squared away by the end of this week. So we'll do another video coming up and hopefully have most of this shit slicked off and these pieces welded in. All this will be nice and fancy, and we'll be moving on. Bumpers are going to be showing up here soon, so we're going to dive straight into that as soon as they get here. I'm going to be moving on. We wanted to pull the cab, but like I said, the owner's coming, and I'm going to try to get as much visually done as possible as far as like shit in the bed, the bumpers, fabrication. That way when he gets here, he can see it. As you know, he's from Hawaii, so it's not like he can just drive down the road and fucking visit. So I'm excited about it. I know he's going to be excited about it, and I want to get it to the point, a really good point where he walks in the door and he's going to be happy. We send, just like every other client that we have, we send update pictures and videos to him every week, but it's not going to do justice whenever he can actually get his eyes on it and almost, you know, touch it. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, over and out. Here we go. Here's to you guys. Take it out.